Hi, and welcome to the newest edition of the J-Karp Show. Today, the top subject is the AFC and NFC Pro Bowl. And every year, the Pro Bowl rolls around, and every year, the same conversations regarding its worthiness as an event emerge. Players, though, as much as they might be enthused about playing on Hawaii turf, and they are reportedly lobbying right now to keep it there, are less keen on playing an additional game. One in which, even if everyone is going easy, the risk of injury still is there. In fact, in 2010, 29 players withdrew from the Pro Bowl who were originally voted in. And fans in turn get a diminished spectacle. I mean, the Pro Bowl sometimes is just a game contested between players who weren't even the best in the league, even more so now that the game was moved before the Super Bowl, and whose main priority is making sure they don't get hurt. The NFL has tried to jazz things up this year by allowing players to tweet from the sideline, though one at a time from booths. But come on, would that really influence your likeliness to watch the game? Ooh, I'm gonna watch the Pro Bowl because I get to hear tweets all game. Are you freaking kidding me? They tweet in the regular season. Why the hell would I want to see them in the Pro Bowl? And here's another couple reasons why I think the Pro Bowl will be a disaster. The fullback position is obsolete, and I like the fullback position, and it's sad to see that there's only a few that can play it full time. Each side has a designated fullback spot, which really cuts out great running backs who could have made that spot anyway. I mean, the NFC has a fan favorite in John Kuhn. He's probably the best one in the NFC, and Vonta Leach is probably the best in the AFC. But honestly, neither put up good numbers this season. Money is an important motivator to professional athletes. In today's society, sports have become one of the highest grossing industries in entertainment. That being said, players are starting to have salaries in the 7 and 8 digits. The atmosphere is almost like a vacation in the Pro Bowl, and it seems unlikely that these players are going to play like they did earlier in their playoff games. They're just there to have a good time. A win or loss won't be the end of the world. It's just the Pro Bowl. And just a quick overview, some of the Pro Bowl rule changes from the regular season and postseason include no blitzing, legal intentional grounding, and only the 4-3 can be run by the defense. Now, obviously, this is just so the player in a position to get injured. However, obviously, one side clearly gains the most benefits. The offense. Like many other professional leagues with Pro Bowl type events, the offense sells tickets, and that's what the fans want to see. I like defense. Personally, I'm a fan of defensive teams. But everybody wants to see the offense. Now, don't get me wrong. The chance that Aaron Rodgers would throw the ball to Calvin Johnson is incredible. I would love to see that. But honestly, I don't even know if Calvin Johnson would even want to play in the game. And however, also, with the combination of lack of motivation and defense being soft, it could just be a joke. Now, I have comments sent in to me about the Pro Bowl itself. First, from Manuel A., quote, "They should just get rid of the Pro Bowl altogether. It's more than obvious the players don't want to be there and have to play very cautiously." There's a couple good points there. I will say this. I don't know if they necessarily don't want to be there, because how often do they get to go to Hawaii? Now, from Mike F. "I've always viewed the Pro Bowl as a reward to the best players on each team. It's like saying thanks for your great efforts throughout the year." Oh, yeah, especially those teams that make it in the last place with representatives in the Pro Bowl. Oh, great job for going 3-13, guys. Wonderful job. Give me a break. Now, as for my prediction, I'm just going to keep it short, sweet, because I really could care less. I'm going with the AFC. And even though the NFC has better talent in the rosters, and since no Rams got into the Pro Bowl, as well as no Titans and Bills, which, honestly, those are a big loss. Besides Steven Jackson, of all three of those teams combined, the only loss for the Pro Bowl would be Steven Jackson. But I think the AFC could pull an upset. But then who again knows? I mean, you could see the NFC pull an upset. It's just the Pro Bowl. Who really gives a crap? Before we end tonight's episode, for the first time in quite a few episodes, we're going to introduce Quick Hits again. Where we will run down the top 3 sports stories, as well as little summaries. The first story, Jim Irsay called QB Peyton Manning a politician after going public with comments about his relationship with the team. I will say this. Peyton Manning is no Newt Gingrich. And God almighty, that's a good thing. Whew. Here's number 2. Prince Fielder signs with the Detroit Tigers in a 9-year, $214 million deal. Gee, I didn't know when he said he didn't want as much money as Pujols. I didn't know he still wanted that much. That isn't too shabby of a deal, and unlike Pujols, I am actually a fan of this deal, because by the time this 9-year deal's up, Fielder will be 38. Not saying he'll be as good then, neither would Pujols with his deal. But I think this will be good. And the Tigers, ever since they lost to the Cardinals in the World Series, they have really been struggling to get back to the top of the division. And the third and final story I have here, Mike Tyson, retired boxer Mike Tyson, is the newest inductee into the World Wrestling Entertainment Hall of Fame. Well, personally, and I know people that agree with me, the Hall of Fame is a joke. Okay, I don't even know why Drew Carey was inducted. Screw his 2-minute Royal Rumble appearance all those years ago. He should not have been in it. No, no. He should not have. Personally, I would have taken out Drew Carey, put in Mr. T. At least he wrestled in the match. Are you freaking kidding me? But it's good for Mike Tyson, because honestly, of all these celebrities, Mike Tyson's had the most altercations in WWE. Now in the comments below, tell me what you thought of tonight's episode of the J-Karp Show. Don't forget also to subscribe to my other videos as well. Thanks for listening to this episode of the J-Karp Show, and I will see you later.